Rice is far more than most people know. When you think of rice, you probably think of Far East countries like China and Japan, but do you know that US produces over 50% of all the rice grown in North America? It is grown in Arkansas, California, Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi. Rice growing in the U.S. is very beneficial to the economy. Rice farming, production, and distribution adds hundreds of thousands of jobs to the U.S. workforce. It also generates billions of dollars in revenue. Rice isn't only beneficial to humans, but because rice farmers use wetlands as wildlife habitats when they aren't growing, thousands of ducks also benefit. This in turn benefits the whole ecosystem in these areas. These wildlife habitats are essential and the cost to replace them is in the billions. Farmers provide 35% of the food for these animals as well. Being from Texas, I wanted to mention Texas contributes 7% of the nation's supply of rice and ranks fourth in the rice production. George H.W. Bush made September the National Rice Month in 1991. Now, every year in Mississippi, they hold the annual Rice Festival celebrating the many benefits of the rice industry. It features rice dishes from local restaurants as well as Boulevard County's Extension Service and Farm Bureau. Texas even has its own rice festival every year. The town of Whitney, Texas hosts the festival, and in 2019 it will be its 50th anniversary. Speaking of festivals and having fun, as a kid, rice was a fun, crafty item. It can be added to jars and shaken as a musical instrument. Rice can also dance. Well, not exactly, but that's what the experiment is called when you add dry ice to water, baking soda, and some vinegar. It's an interesting little experiment for kids, even though it didn't quite work for me. Did you ever think that rice could be a sculpture? There are so many examples on the internet. These are just a few. There's rice and ducks again. Who would have thought that they would go together so well? Mostly we use rice as food. There are three main types of rice: white rice, brown rice, and wild rice. Brown rice and wild rice are more nutritious than white rice due to being higher in fiber and complex carbohydrates. Rice is a grain according to True Health. Fourth of a plate per meal is recommended. Rice is a versatile food that can be used in many dishes: sweet and spicy, salty, or savory. This year, the Texas Rice Festival, one of its winners of the culinary contest was arroz con leche, made by the Garza family. Yum. Speaking of families, did you know that the reason rice is thrown at the bride and groom is to bless them with prosperity, fertility, and good fortune? In some Indian cultures, rice grains are believed to soak up evil, therefore get rid of bad luck. Some cultures even eat rice as the first meal of the year for good luck. So, bring some rice into your life if you haven't already, because rice is right.